Hello, my name is Christian Rojas, and I will be presenting my Emerging Trends presentation on the topic of augmented reality. So this presentation will cover 5 things. First, I'll go into what exactly augmented reality is, also known as AR, the benefits of augmented reality in the classroom, using AR in the classroom, pros and cons of AR, and the lasting effects of AR. So augmented reality is an interactive experience of a real-world environment in which objects are enhanced using technology. The real physical world is enhanced and achieved through use of visual sounds and stimulus via technology. It can appear visually as well as auditory, and AR allows for creativity and social interaction opportunities for students. And AR is one of the technologies that is spreading rapidly across education and is really popular and highly favored among educators. Augmented reality adds to the existing world. As we know, all students, no matter what the grade, are great with technology, and almost 80% of our young people own smartphones. So that means they are using their smartphones for games, social media, chatting with their classmates, and so on. And so they really have a lot of knowledge about technology, more than some of us may even have. So using augmented reality in the classroom is truly a great benefit to incorporate some interests that students may have. This quote is something I really liked. It was talking about augmented reality lessons catch students' attention and serve as a way to motivate them to study. Nowadays, especially with distance learning, teaching can get really difficult, and it's hard to find new and innovative ways to get students involved and focused. And using augmented reality is a great way to incorporate this into everyday lessons that get students interested in what they are learning. On the next slide is going to be a video from Oxford University, and this is going to be of students actually using AR in the classroom and getting a little bit of information from the teachers there at this school.
Humans are excited by technology. It's engaging, it's exciting.
When you introduce students to that sort of new technology that they've never experienced before, you get that buzz that's really exciting.
You know, you or I would know that we don't go a day without using technology, and so we need to integrate it in. It is part of who we are, it's part of education.
I certainly believe that AR and VR will have a place in the education sector.
It allows them to immerse themselves. They can actually be there, they can see it, it's 3D.
But I think you definitely learn more because of the way that you can explore in different ways.
I found it very interesting being able to interact on the iPad and seeing the atom.
The girls' faces when they see something pop out of the book, watching their smiles, they love it.
For instance, the volcano, you don't usually, in everyday life, you don't go, okay, I'm going to go to Bali and see a volcano. But with it actually there on the page, you can really see it for the first time, and the experience is less dangerous than actually going to a volcano.
I think it's a really positive way forward, and I think we're going to see more of it, and I hope that we do.
So I really enjoyed this video because, like I said, you get to see how the students are reacting. Like one of the students said that she gets to go hands-on with this learning, looking at volcanoes, how she mentioned it's going to be dangerous to look at volcanoes. But with this AR technology, students are able to use this technology and act as if they actually were looking at a volcano. And so they get that hands-on creativity learning and real life learning without, again, being near a volcano and near possible harm. And like the teacher said, AR as well as VR, virtual reality, is going to continue to grow as time goes on, and it's going to become more and more popular within education. Next is this quote, which is, "I believe that augmented reality will be the biggest technological revolution that happened in our lifetimes." And this is from Tim Sweeney, who is the CEO of Epic Games, which is a huge gaming platform. So he is right there with the movement of augmented reality. And again, it's also would be a great addition for education. So next, I'll be looking at the benefits of AR in the classroom. So AR provides students with chances to deepen their knowledge in many different areas, such as the following: reading, working with numbers, science, spatial concepts, playing, content creation, and real-life scenarios. So these are just some of the few benefits and ways that they can be incorporated in the classroom. And I really like the focus of content creation because AR allows students not only use products that are previously made, but also it allows them to create their own things and use their creativity to make awesome creations with all there is with AR. And next is some using AR in the classroom, and these are actual apps that have been developed to use in the classroom. So first is HP Reveal. Students are able to make images scannable and add images. The focus of this was to use it when students are making posters, and students are able to scan their tablet onto the poster and make the poster more interactive and come to life. Next is CoSpace's EDU, which is students create content, and this uses 3D objects and animate using code. Code can be a little more for the older students, but so far, if you start off early in elementary, it can continue to graduate and they will be just fine using these. Wonderscope is storytelling that uses AR, and students can learn to read with the app. So this is great for younger elementary grade levels as they are learning to read, and also gets them interested in what they are reading and learning about. Next is Shapes 3D, which is all about geometry skills and creates shapes. And this really helps with the teacher's capabilities. On the next slide, I will have a video of one of the many things Shapes 3D can do. Next is Google Expeditions, which has 3D 60 scenes and 3D objects. So all of the things in this app are already embedded for various subjects as well as scenes. Next is AR Maker, which is a creative toolbox for AR. Students are able to sketch, scan, and snap. So this is all allowing the student to take the creation into their hands and let the creativity flow in this AR model. And last is Metaverse, which is another app that consists of more mobile games and creating interactive stories. So this one's a little more fun, but also creating interactive stories can relate to teaching English. So definitely something that can be used in the classroom. This is a video of using 3D shapes within the classroom. As you can see, this is what's happening with the cutting and how the students are able to use this on a tablet or iPad in the classroom when it comes to shapes and math. So students are able to do as they please. They can follow along, and of course, if each student has an iPad while in the classroom or at home, this is definitely something that they could be using to follow along as a class and work on their own as the teacher is explaining what they should be doing. So this is just one of the many things that Shapes 3D has to offer within the app. Next, we will go on to the pros of augmented reality. First is the increased content understanding. Second is learning spatial structure. Third is improved collaboration. Fourth is long-term retention. Fifth is improved physical task performance. Sixth is increased student motivation. These are just some of the pros I thought were most important when it comes to how AR is going to improve students' learning within the classroom. We want to work on their collaboration, make sure they're understanding the content, and they are motivated in what they are learning about. That is also very important. A couple cons, and these cons can also be avoided by the teacher with their discretion in mind. So first is distracting. Some apps could be a little too fun for students and they'll forget that they're learning. Second is difficulties with usage. If students are unfamiliar with how to use these apps, it may be a little tricky for them to use AR properly. Third is the learner differences, which again goes with number 2, with how some students may be technologically savvy and some may not. Again, if a teacher is present, they can definitely help with this. And integrating into curriculum, it may be a little difficult to use AR every day within every single lesson. However, it doesn't need to be an everyday lesson. It can be used once a week, a couple times a week, again, up to the teacher's discretion. And so The improvement on student achievement with AR is as follows. There's mastering fundamental skills, becoming proficient users of technology, preparing students with 21st century skills, and motivating students to higher levels of achievement. So these are just some of the few things that have led to more improvement for students as they progress and use AR in the classroom. From a document research from Apple, they are saying that students with routine access to technology learn these basic skills faster and better when they have a chance to practice using technology. And that is all AR is using technology daily, throughout the day, throughout the weeks, as students are getting more and more hands-on learning opportunities and more fun and innovative ways to learn curriculum. And that is all for my presentation. Check out AR and all that it has to offer. It is truly going to take over the world of the education system. Thank you so much for listening.